And good evening, everybody. Jim Sinacropi here inside the FingerLakes1.com studios, downtown Seneca Falls. We are about 36 hours or so, a little bit more from the start of the 2015 It's a Wonderful Run 5K here in Seneca Falls, and we're expecting 4,000 plus runners this year. So it'll be the biggest run ever, which means there's a lot of stuff that folks traveling into town or participating in the run, or even residents of Seneca Falls, really need to know. And that's what this short video is about, because I have race organizers, Kevin Korzaneski and Jeff Rook, in studio with me to run through some important information that everybody should know. So, fellas, good evening.
Good evening.
And, hey, Jim, I love your hat.
Thank you for the hat. I got the official It's a Wonderful Run hat on. And, all right, guys, you've done it. You've reached 4,000. That's going to happen.
We got the record.
That was always, a goal.
That was the goal, the 4,000 mark.
But not yet. We're 3,875.
Yeah.
Can you believe we're right on the nose of 7.5?
I know.
38.75.
Nice,
not 74, 76.
Yeah.
Registration closed today at noon. If you're watching, we did advertise last night at midnight.
It's Thursday right now, by the way.
Yeah, it is Thursday night, and that timing company kept it open for a few hours in the morning, which was great because a lot of people got to register a little bit even later this morning.
50 people, I think, yeah.
So we're at 3,875.
3,875. We expect a big showing on Saturday. Basically, the weather is going to really cooperate with us, we think. I mean, I think there's a 10% chance of
it's gone down. The chance of rain's gone down, but the temperature's gone down a little bit too. But I'll 56, take 51 any day of the week. I just checked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just checked 51 and like a 10% chance of rain. So for Seneca Falls, but it's 38.75, and I think we'll be close to that number for the run. And we've never had over 3,172 was last year's highest run number.
Yeah, so things will be different this year in terms of everything, really. More people kind of changes things. So why don't you guys run through what participants need to know?
Yeah, first of all, let's start off with registration. Registration we're going to have from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock tomorrow night, in addition to Saturday afternoon from noon to 4. We highly encourage everybody and anybody who's capable of coming tomorrow to come tomorrow, because the rec center is going to be a madhouse. So if you can come tomorrow between 5 and 9, we would greatly appreciate it. And we will close it down promptly at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We want to get the race started at 4:40. So, even if you are coming on Saturday, please come early on Saturday. That would help out as well.
And if you catch this quick, if you come at 5, it's going to be a zoo. Everybody comes right at 5 on Friday night.
Right.
So if you can come at 6:30, 7 o'clock, you won't have to wait in line.
Right.
It'll go a little bit quicker. I know you got
plans.
plans.
And then from 8 to 9, it's
nobody.
We're
the only ones there.
So you'll come in and come out real quick. So that's registration. Parking?
If you go on our website at itsawonderfulrun5k.com, there is a menu item there for parking. You can check out all the great little nooks and crannies that we've pointed out. But, side streets, businesses, all that stuff. Really take a look at the map if you're saying, hey, where should I park?
There's 9 locations on there. There's 9 locations, and they're all within a quarter mile of the start-finish line. So they're all close by. We're also going to have a shuttle. Actually, we can talk about the shuttle in a little bit, right?
Yeah, we can do the shuttle right now.
We're going to have a shuttle. So if look at the parking spaces, the parking lots that are available. But if you want to, Minders Academy on the website will give you the directions to Minders Academy. We're going to run a shuttle from Minders Academy parking lot down to the Gould Hotel, which is not even a tenth of a mile from. Yeah. Well, it's about a mile from the
high school
to the Gould, but it's about a tenth of a mile from the Gould down to the start-finish line.
It's a good 5-iron.
Yep, and we're going to run the shuttle. We're going to run the shuttle from 2 to 4:30, and then after the race, we've got extended hours this year. We're going to run it from 5:30 to 10 o'clock.
Wow,
so
good.
You can pretty much hang out afterwards. Do a whole bunch of stuff after the race, and the last shuttle will be at 10 o'clock. So if you want to keep your car away from all the traffic congestion, we highly recommend the shuttle.
Restrooms, huge for runners. We run a lot, and we're always trying to find those restrooms. We're going to have 30 porta potties right outside the rec center. There's nowhere in the rec center. Obviously, there's places to go in the rec center, but we're trying to keep all traffic out of the rec center where the registration is, and it's going to be warm. But there's 30 porta potties right outside. If you go behind downtown, so you're walking down Fall Street, if you go behind Fall Street, there's some restrooms down there that have places you can go. We have a boat harbor down there.
The boater facilities. There's showers in there as well.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to take a shower after or what have you.
And it's a newer facility. It's been open for 2 years. We use it from the summertime. The town does to host boaters that like to sleep here on the weekends and throughout the week, and traveling boaters on the Erie Canal. But there is a public boater facility down there where you can use bathrooms and shower. You just have to, go behind, instead of going down the big hill where the finish is, go behind that big hill, walk down. It's on your left, about a quarter mile.
Yep.
Right alongside the canal.
Right. As far as the race route, obviously it's posted on our website, but I just wanted to stress that the course isn't completely closed. The final quarter of a mile is closed. Downtown will be shut down. The first part of the race will be shut down, but there are locations throughout the race route that is not totally closed. And I specifically want to stress Cuga Street, the last mile. Coming down Cuga Street, you'll see cones on your left-hand side. There will be traffic on the left-hand side of the cones, so please stay to the right and don't venture out of the cones because there will be traffic. And we had a couple instances last year where guys went outside the cones, and fortunately nothing happened, but we just want to stress to keep to the right on Cuga Street until you get into downtown, and once you get to downtown, it opens up and it's all blocked off.
You notice how we said guys, not girls, because they follow directions way better. But if you're on Cuga Street and that's that last mile,
yep,
and if you're congested for some reason because there's 4,000 runners, go up on the curb or the sidewalk. That's that's fine. I mean, if you're trying to win an award, you got to stay on the course, but that's up front. If you're walking, pushing a stroller, and you want to use the sidewalk, go ahead. But don't go out into that Cuga Street because that's the last stretch before Fall Street where you turn downtown. And just want to be careful of those cones. And people will bob in and out, and they're smart enough to look at traffic. These people, all these people run all the time, and they're out there on the streets. So you got to be very careful about that. It's not closed. Really, the first 2 miles aren't closed, but
it's so packed.
Nobody's, there's no traffic the first couple miles. It's only on Cuga Street we really worry about you.
Right, exactly. And then probably the most important part, probably one of the biggest complaints that we do get year after year is when everybody files and lines up to start the race. Again, we just ask if you're walking or if you've got a stroller or a pet or what have you. And we do, that's fine.
Or if you're 13 and you think you're going to win the race.
Yeah, you're not. You're not going to win it. We just ask. We're going to have pace markers, so you'll see a 7-minute, an 8-minute, a 9-minute, a 10-minute, and then another board that says walkers on it. Walkers, strollers, pets, etc. Please try to follow the rules. If you know what your pace is, and I think most people roughly know how fast they run a mile. Please follow the directions. And walkers, please stay in the back, because one of the biggest complaints that we do get is walkers and strollers starting right on the bridge, right at the start line. And other runners have to run around them, and it's going to be a lot of people, and we're going to have the most people that we've ever had, and so it's going to be even more congested this year. So if everybody can kind of follow the rules and line up according to your pace, it makes everything smooth. This is chip timing, so I mean you can be at Avicoli's having a pizza, and the time goes off and your time doesn't start until you cross the start line. So even if you're 5, 6, 7 minutes behind, when the gun goes off, your timer doesn't start until you cross the line, because it is chip timing.
Find that special porta potty that you really like, and just hang out there after until the race starts. You'll hear Zuzu say every time a bell rings, the angel gets her wings, and we go. And then you can wait. I told people today, wait 10 minutes, and then start.
Well, that might be a little long. You think?
Take your time.
Yeah,
There's no hurry.
Take your time.
If you're concerned about getting your best time. Now, we have 4,000 people coming. 2,000 people are just here for a good time, and they don't care what their race time is. They just care if they have a good time. And so, if you are concerned about your race time, you can wait a while, because we've timed it before, and it takes 4 to 5 minutes to get everybody through the start line. But then it bottlenecks on your first right, and it bottlenecks on your second right. So if you really want to wait and go, you could probably wait 9-10 minutes. And, there's no hurry because of the chip timing system.
Right. But please stay off the bridge if you're a walker and if you're a slow runner.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What about the weather? Like 2 years ago, it was 8 degrees, and we received probably during the course of the race 6 inches of snow during the race, and before and after it snowed too. This year, that's not going to be an issue.
It's just,
how should people dress?
Well, they're runners. They know how to dress. We don't need to tell them. You wear a lot of It's a Wonderful Run outfits. You wear a lot of Christmas outfit. Go as clad as you want, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to
I
you.
mean, I don't think you really have to
lotion?
worry about what's that?
Might be some suntan lotion this year?
Maybe, yeah. If the sun's out, I'd put some sunblock on.
440. Sun goes down pretty quick at 440.
That's right.
So, yeah, the crazy thing about it is we're in New York State, and it's hard for us to prepare because you get snow and you tell them to plow. But in 2013, the year of the white shirt and the white out, people had the biggest people had problems driving here.
Yeah.
Then they get here, and then they have problems running, and we can only control so much. And this year,
it sure was Christmassy, though.
It was Christmassy.
It was very Christmassy.
It was great.
Okay. What if somebody wants to buy It's a Wonderful Run shirt? Is that available to them, or do you just get the one with when you?
We have leftovers that you can buy.
Okay.
And for this year, you can't buy them. You got to. Jeff and I, we run and do these things, and we're firm believers. If you don't volunteer or participate in the race, you really shouldn't wear the shirt. So
That's right.
So
that would be some way you call that a poser, right?
That's kind of poser. I mean, if you're doing a lot volunteering or you walk it, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you're a participant in the race, you do it.
Because there'll be people like me and Kevin who will call you out on that. Oh, you ran the wonderful run. Oh, no, I didn't run. I just got this shirt.
That's right.
You got to participate.
That's right. You got to be a participant, volunteer somewhere.
Right. But we do have gear. I mean, we do have a store online.
Top Stitch, Joe Woodworth.
Stitch.
Yep.
He'll be at the race. He'll have a bunch of new stuff for this year. So there'll be a ton of stuff to buy.
Hats, ornaments, gloves, sweatshirts, and that's some of my favorite stuff that I've bought over the years and love to wear. And Jeff's got last year's sweatshirt on. This year they're a little different. He changes the font, and this sweatshirt that Jeff's wearing and the T-shirt that I'm wearing are two of the most comfortable things that I could wear any day of the week. And my wife kind of gets mad because I'll wear that out in public too much, but.
And a really nice logo. The race has a nice logo. So post-race, you finish the race. You're in Seneca Falls. It's the middle of the It's a Wonderful Life Festival with more information online at therealbedfordfalls.com or on the SenecaFalls.com. Or no, the Seneca Falls, New York app has the whole schedule of events on it. So you can download that, too. And it also has a directory of restaurants. And
it's got the scavenger hunt on there, everything that's going on this
no
weekend.
shortage of things to do after the race. So,
some people don't even wait till the race is over. They just start partying with Bach at 1 mile and rock with Bach one and done, and then they enjoy the post-race festivities. But Jeff, go ahead and take over all the things going on from Dewey's to Clarence to
free beer at Red's Place with your race bib.
Free beer at Red's Place with the race bib. The Gould Hotel is doing a nice. They're going to have a post-race party in their banquet room. They're going to have all sorts of appetizers.
I forgot to mention that we'll be at Red's Place around 8:30 if you really want to hug the race directors and
hug, kiss, do shots with them.
Do shots with them.
Lots of, we'll be there.
I don't know how many kids will be watching the podcast, but we might be partying at Red's for a little while because they've been with us since day one. Red's.
You did some drinking over at Parker's, didn't you?
Yeah. Last year at the race, I did. Yeah.
No, I mean before this podcast.
No, we were down setting up at the community center.
Yeah, okay. But there's the Red's Place, free beer. Bring your race bib. Bring your race bib to the Gould Hotel. Like I said, they're going to have it's $10. You get a free glass of wine or a beer and a whole bunch of appetizers. They'll have out plus a bunch of cash bars and so forth. Taste of Bedford Falls will be going on. I know a lot of participants already bought tickets. If you bought a ticket, we're not going to give you a ticket. You just have to give them your name. Give them your name, and they're just going to check you off the list. That'll get you into Taste of Bedford Falls, which is right over by Generations Bank, 19 Cuga Street, I believe. Dewey's is having a party. He's having a band, Dewey's Clam Shack, out on Auburn Road. with a buffet. I believe that's $15. Includes everything, your buffet, I think your first drink, band. So,
it does a
that's
great
going
job
on.
with it.
So there's a ton of stuff going on.
Absolutely. It's best weekend of the year, maybe in Seneca Falls. What about awards this year? Any big changes there?
The usual, the top guns that come in trying to get the awards get $200 for first, $100
$100
for second, and $75 for third. Masters get $50. We give top locals a big thing, fastest female and male local. We used to give it to just the top local, and then the funny story behind that was Catherine Porter,
That's
our
right.
good friend Scott Porter's daughter, said, "Hey, you just give it to males. Why isn't there a female one?" And we said, "Geez, So we walk up to Parker's, we ask them, they gave us another gift card.
There you
And
go.
doesn't she win the award last year
That's
as the
why
top
she-
female?
mhm.
Yeah, she knew it. It was like she's like, I asked for it. I better go out and get it.
New this year, too, I think the first place male and female winners get a free entry into a unique race coming up in May, the Women's Right to Run 19K and 5K, 5K as well, but that's coming up in the end of May.
Beginning of May 7th.
Yeah, and the 19 comes from the 19th Amendment, women's right to vote, which, of course, Seneca Falls is known for as well, is being the inspiration for Frank Capra's holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life. So,
Yep. And you got to give a big plug to that for those of you watching. You're going to get a bracelet at registration.
Mm-hmm.
We give out bells, put on your shoe. Please just take one bell. Some people really load their shoes up, but it's great to hear the runners coming in with a bell. I mean, it's pretty cool. And with the Wonderful Run theme, every time a bell rings. So take one bell, but you also get a bracelet. It's an orange bracelet, and it signifies that. It's just kind of a reminder that Generations Banks has worked real hard to put on this the right to
Women's Right to Run
Women's Right to Run
19K.
19K, which is
And
really
5K.
unique. Catherine Switzer's their spokesperson, and they're really day before Mother's Day.
It's gonna
They'll
be
have
phenomenal.
a 5K with it. They're really trying to plug it and kind of make it a big regional run, not just a local run, but a big regional run. So we'll have some stuff on our Facebook and Twitter page after the race, trying to help them out and get some people. I know they got 50, 60 people signed up already,
I
and
heard
they
they got
just
about
put
50,
the
60,
website up. Less than a month ago. So we expect big things from that race as well. So keep an eye out for that. We'll have a bracelet. You don't have to wear it if you don't want, but grab it as a reminder to take a look at their website and see what they got going on.
Okay, before we get out of here, just remind everybody who are the main beneficiaries of this race.
The charities that we give money to. Number one is the House of Concern, Seneca County House of Concern. That's our local food bank, clothing, so forth. So we give a big chunk of money to the
$10,000.
$10,000 to the Seneca County House of Concern. And we've got actually, I think it's 30 other charities, and they're all local charities that we give money to. So it's Habitat for Humanity. Geez, I can't.
It's somebody who just asked me, and I said we give probably $8,000 to $9,000 to the school between scholarships and backpack programs and
Backpack
PTO
program, right.
and animal shelters and
Scholarships, free
it's just.
scholarships,
I mean,
right.
I think what we ought to do is probably publicly
list them.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people know.
Take a look at our website a little bit.
Get
but,
those giant checks printed and
Yeah,
Take
I
some
mean,
pictures.
you always see in the paper somebody gives $1,000 and they're in the paper, and I'm like, like, we're giving. Last year we gave away over $40,000 in your money runners. I mean, it's not our our money. It's just our sweat and effort. But it's your money, so we appreciate all that you do, the merchandise that you order. The registrations, everything that you put in for. So many people have donated. We have a special thing on our website that you can donate to the scholarship funds. That helped us create last year an extra scholarship at Miners Academy, and this year it's at $3,100.
You've donated.
And that's just people saying, okay, I'm spending $50 for me and my wife to enter, and I'm going to throw in another $1, $5, $10, $25 just because it's a great cause, and it is a great cause. So we thank you so much, and. It's all of our run. We're kind of just the figurehead, but
you guys just started it and
doing
curated it and organized it. But I think the people of Seneca Falls now feel like it's theirs.
It is theirs.
It is.
Police department, the restaurants,
Right.
the high school volunteers,
Right.
all the people that do things behind the scenes. I mean, we've had a guy bring boom lights for 6 years, and just on his own and generate. People are just so awesome for the race, and. It's amazing how awesome people are, and we thank them a lot.
And I greatly appreciate the attitudes everybody brings, because everybody seems to be in a great mood, festive, happy, and it just makes for the whole atmosphere of the whole town when this is going on.
It
So
is
I
something
really
special.
enjoy
It's
that.
truly a kickoff for kind of the Christmas season for a lot of people. And, you know, the one thing quick I want to share is on our Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, we want to use hashtag It's a Wonderful Run to kind of create a storyboard. You can label it 15 if you want, but we'd rather just have It's a Wonderful Run to kind of look at the history over and over each year, and people can kind of figure out by the shirt color and that kind of thing of what's going on. And I'm not revealing the shirt color yet. And so, you know, hashtag It's a Wonderful Run. If you take any type of picture or make a post, you know, let us know, share it with us, because
share it.
we don't get out to enjoy the race. You know,
Right.
we enjoy everybody's positive attitude and cheer, but we don't get to see everything that's going on.
I love Sunday, the day after,
Yeah,
kind of
just
going through
going through
everything,
everybody's-
going, you know, seeing the posts and
blogs
and everybody's comments
emails.
and pictures. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, keep them coming in, because for us four that kind of do the race, we love the start and the finish, but that's where we're at. We don't get to see the race course and rocking with Bach and the bonfires and the, you know, all that stuff that's going on, the scene of the race, the before and the after. So,
Yep.
hashtag it.
Hashtag it. And guys, congratulations. Great job. 4,000 runners coming to Seneca Falls in less than 2 days for the It's a Wonderful Run 5K. Weather looks good. Get here early. Drive safe. Get here early. There's so much going on around town. You're going to want to get here late morning. Get lunch. See all the activities that are going on. Download the Seneca Falls, New York app. For the full schedule, go to therealbedfordfalls.com for the full schedule. It's certainly something you want to get here early before the race and to enjoy the whole experience. Then run the race and stick around Seneca Falls for a little while, or as we're calling it this weekend, Bedford Falls.
That's
okay,
correct.
So we'll see you at on the bridge on Saturday
The George Bailey Bridge.
afternoon. All right.
Thank you.